At 112 pounds, we have a sophomore from Pleasant Valley with a season record of 24-3, Juliet Trout. And her opponent from Parkland High School with a season record of 25-8, Junior Sage Rittenhouse. At 118 pounds, a junior from Northeast High School with a 6-0 record, Samaya Raming. She will wrestle a senior from Palisades with a season record of 35-1, Savannah Witt. At 124 pounds from Garnet Valley with a season record of 23-4, Neve O'Byrne. She will wrestle a senior from Penarville High School with a record of 12-16, Madison Rivera. At 130 pounds, from Southern High School, a senior with a 30-3 record, Kayla Husti-Luca. And her opponent from Easton High School with a season record of 35-1, senior Aubrey Fraser. At 136 pounds, from O.J. Roberts, sophomore with a record of 32-6, Raylan Schroeder. And her opponent is also a sophomore from Downingtown West with a record of 32-5, Sarah Pearson. At 142 pounds, from O.J. Roberts with a season record of 33-4, freshman Jenny Gautreau. And her opponent from Catasauqua High School with a record of 19-3, junior Ariel Stallworth. At 148 pounds, a senior from Pine Grove area with a record of 30-4, Eve Curtis. And her opponent from Sun Valley with a record of 27-4, sophomore Jameson Strickland. At 155 pounds, we have a senior from Northampton with a record of 27-2, Mylena Lambert. And her opponent is from Quakertown with a senior with a 26-9 record, Chase Marie Ryan. At 170 pounds, from Central Bucks, he's a senior with a record of 28-3, Isabel Priano. And her opponent is a junior from Palisades with a season record of 28-4, Bryce Snyder. At 190 pounds, a senior from Easton with a record of 29-5, Maura Case. And her opponent is a junior from Quakertown with a record of 29-0, Caroline Hatala. And your final match of the evening at 235 pounds, a junior from Panther Valley with a 31-1 record, Brenda Banks. Her opponent is a sophomore from Southerton High School with a record of 27-2, McKenna Atkinson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would all please rise as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by Amanda Josepowski.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
Shake them up, please.
Oh no, are we good?
Our table's ready. Our officials ready. Coaches ready. Most importantly, our wrestlers. If you're ready, let's begin our championship final.
And welcome into the D11Sports.com High School Wrestling Match of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. We are crowning champions today live from Quakertown High School. It is the Southeast Regional on the girls' side alongside Mason Messinger. I'm Matt Marcus. And Mason, we know that our final competitors, we know they're going to Hershey. It's just a matter of what kind of medal you're getting over the next hour or so. And we will jump right in at 100. We've got Ashley Stank from the host Quakertown against Annabelle Ramos from Executive Education.
Yeah, Ashley Stank here from Quakertown. Her home gym gets that initial takedown. Annabelle Ramos from, like you said, Matt, Executive Charter here in the 100-pound final.
Stank gets that first takedown. It's 3-0. 28 seconds gone by here in the first. Quakertown hosting this. We were here last year, had a great time. Last year, the first time that Pennsylvania sanctioned high school wrestling on the girls' side.
Yeah, and it's a packed house again, Matt, as Stank has a crossface, getting some back points, but it's packed here again, loud, here in Quakertown.
Couple of swipes. The first one's not warranting points, but looking for more than just a couple of swipes. Still a whole minute to go here in the first. And there is the fall in exactly 1 minute.
Yeah, Ashley Stank locks up that crossface cradle, and it didn't take long here. As you see the replay, has that crossface cradle, puts the knee in the side, and our first regional champion in her own gym is Ashley Stank.
And unlike last year, it looks like they are going right into the very next one. So we go to 106, and it's Julia Horger from Conwell Egan against Morgan Highland. And now I do think that they're going to hold off. It looked like they were about to start at 106.
Jason Magdich was ready to get that match going. We're going to wait here in we're going to let the consolation final match here. Top four go to states, go to Hershey, earn their trip. So in this consolation match that you're seeing right now, Parkland and Nazareth represented here. Both these wrestlers here at 100 pounds are going to Hershey.
Ella Hesner from Parkland against Chelsea Dressler from Nazareth. Two of the better wrestlers in District 11 and going for third and fourth.
Yeah,
here at 100 pounds.
You're right, Matt. They're both ranked in the state here. Dressler was up 10-1 in her semifinal round match. Got caught and pinned. Annabelle Ramos came through. Obviously, her trip got punched a little earlier here than the Nazareth Blue Eagle, but she battled back and won her consolation semifinal match. So Chelsea Dressler is going to Hershey this year.
Hesner is up 1-0 in the first period. Actually, it's the second period here. 20 seconds remaining. So what they're going to do is they're going to finish out the weight class. So even though we had a quick pin in 60 seconds with Ashley Stank getting the gold here at regionals, we're going to finish up and give you the third and fourth place, and then we'll move on to 106. Today's match brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletics. Mention you heard us on the D11 Sports broadcast and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. They start the third with Hesner still up 1-0.
Yep, Dressler picked neutral here to begin this third period. It's going to work for a takedown here on Hesner.
Tonight's action also brought to you by Digital Scoreboards, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Whether it's a quick takedown or a dramatic pin, keep your eyes on the action with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment matters. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11. We're here to make every match memorable. Let's light up the mat, keep the energy high, and bring home another win. Again, sorry to say, the second year now that Pennsylvania has sanctioned high school wrestling on the girls' side, and we just continue to see the growth. And great for the state, certainly great for the Lehigh Valley and District 11 at large, with so many programs and the tradition of wrestling just in this hotbed. That is the area, and to see it expand on the girls' side is that much better.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. 13 weight classes, 26 wrestlers in the final. As Dressler now has caught the arm, finishing in a traditional cement job position. And she earned a pin last week in the district finals, and it looks like she's going to earn, she got 45 seconds to work with, but might earn her third place finish here in the region.
She's up 3-1 with the takedown. And they do give 4 back points, so 7-1 is the score.
And Hesner here wrestling. Parkland is well represented. They will be well represented in Hershey. They have 6 qualifiers. We counted correctly. 2 are in the finals, but 6 qualifiers altogether for the Trojans.
You printed out, or you shared with us the state rankings you mentioned before. Hesner 3rd in the state, Dressler 4th, and it's Ashley Stank 5th in the state. That may change as she's now the regional champion, which we just saw.
Yeah, stacked weight class here in the region, the Southeast region today, and you're seeing that right now. 3 out of the 4 spots are the top 5 wrestlers in the state.
Dressler does come away with a 7-2 victory, so we can move on to 106. And it will be Julia Horger from Conwell-Egan against Morgan Highland from Easton. As we bring you that action over on the championship mat.
And Horger from Conwell-Egan, she is a returning state champion here. We have 4 state champions wrestling in the finals tonight.
No score yet on the early goings. Working towards the far side of the boundary. Still a point of contact, and now off they go. They'll stay neutral at the center of the mat.
Morgan Highland from Easton, she was a district champ last week. Held at her home gym at Easton High School.
She's got the leg. The control has not been awarded, and then a stalemate called. So they'll stay neutral at 1:18 remaining in the first. This is the 106-pound championship final with Highland and Horger. Highland goes for the leg shot, thwarted by Horger. Still no control awarded yet. Over a minute gone by in the first period. And there's the first 3. That goes to Horger.
Real nice upper body throw there from Julia Horger.
4 back points awarded as well, so 7-0 Horger. And a timeout for an injury potentially. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services in more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Mentioned we are here at Quakertown. Quakertown, believe it or not, actually the oldest partner school with St. Luke's. And they've got the signage here as well, and a gracious and great host. Fantastic facility here at Quakertown High School. Mentioned we were here last year for the girls' regionals, and back for year number 2 of sanctioned work here in Pennsylvania, as Horger has a 7-0 lead. And back to live action now after the injury delay. Horger still in control. Highland was attended to, but back out there trying to break the hold and get to her feet. Working on trying to get the escape. Horger doing a nice job of keeping her on, until then, not allowing the escape, but she does get the point at 7-1 with 9 seconds remaining in the first period.
Yeah, as time's winding down here, you got to tip your cap there to Morgan Highland. Got caught in that 7-point move initially, earned that escape. Morgan Highland, only a freshman for Easton, so a lot of great years ahead for her. 28-2 on the year. Julia Horger, as we just said, state champ from last year. Unblemished record, 26-0. Actually, it's 29-0 right now. Looking for her 30th win.
Highland deferred the choice at the start of the second. Going to get 3 more for Horger to go up 10-1. Now on the early escape, 12 seconds into period number 2. The junior well on her way, but you know, we saw earlier today that you can be up 10-1 and get caught. Very very possible, especially with the aggressiveness that we've seen on the girls' side over the last couple of years.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. You've seen a wide variety of moves, and the girls on the girls' side, they're not afraid to let it fly as far as moves go. PA Wrestling rankings have 1 and 2 in the state right here. So if you're Morgan Highland, you want to meet Julia Horger next week in the state finals. So that's going to be the freshman's goal from Easton.
And also knowing, look, she's a junior, so I don't have to compete with her for too many more years.
And maybe, you know, you might be able to shift the weights next year and say, I'm going to stay away from Julia Horger next year. Horger rested the majority of her season at 112 pounds. She's down to 106 for the postseason here.
I wonder, is that an injury default?
Yes, it is.
As Horger is going to get the victory. We saw her get attended to earlier, and apparently whatever was ailing her, not enough to continue.
Yeah, and let's just hope Morgan Highland recovers here and she's ready to roll on Thursday, the first round in week and a half. Getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, but that's better for her than
yes,
whatever.
No doubt.
Again, we don't have access to, nor would we share it if we did know
absolutely.
What was going on. But we'll certainly hope for the best there. And 1 and 2 certainly can see each other down the line out in Hershey in a couple of weeks.
And on our third and fourth place match, we have Lily Snook here. Honorable mention at PAWrestling.com rankings. Only a sophomore, 25-9 on the year.
And she's from Parkland against Holly McKinney from Souderton, who leads 7-4, and there's only 10 seconds left in the third period. So she's on her way to that third place medal, but both will be on their way to Hershey.
Yeah, Lily's one of those wrestlers, one of those 6 wrestlers from Parkland. So they're well represented a week and a half from now at Hershey.
So we'll make our way over back to the championship mat at 112. Sage Rittenhouse from Parkland against Juliet Trout from Pleasant Valley.
Rittenhouse, a really nice job catching that throw, but now it's a conversion here from Trout.
His first takedown worth 3, and then the reversal for 2. Rittenhouse leads 3-2, but it's Trout on top physically at the moment and in control. A flurry of activity right
really
out of the whistle. And she's trying to get the tilt, and some back points being awarded most likely looks at 3 at the moment. And they do award 3 to Trout. So from down 3-0 early to up 5-3. And she's still in control. She got that takedown and then some near fall points, another swipe, but Rittenhouse able to get off her shoulders.
Yeah, we're not even a minute into this, and 8 points scored already between the two wrestlers.
We've crossed that minute mark. It looks like there was a pin in the the third, fourth. So we'll be able to run right into the next one. They're going to wait over here. Some more back points, some swipes. It was only, looks like 2 swipes, not showing. They got the pin right, right on the boundary.
Nicely done. It was a conversion, a headlock. Able to save back was Juliet Trout here, as you can see from the replay. Jumps over to the other side, applies pressure, and there's the pin. So Pleasant Valley has a champion, a regional champ.
I think it was a minute 28, give or take, with the fall there as Juliet Trout moves on.
And in our third and fourth place match was Navia Cologne from Wilson area. So Wilson has a state qualifier. The Wilson Warriors will be represented in Hershey.
We go to 118. Savannah Witt from Palisades. Just 1 loss on the year against Samaya Raming from Northeast High. Witt, the defending regional champion, at least. Very successful out of Palisades.
Yeah, Savannah Witt, we've been covering her for a couple years here, partner, and returning state champ, like you said, and Samaya Raming, ranked 5th in the state too, junior 4-0 on the year. Northeast does not have strictly a girls program, so she competes regularly on the boys level.
And that's something, throughout our area, this region, and certainly the state, you've got certain schools that have enough enrollment and enough competitors to field an actual team, and then others have the interest but not a full team.
Yep, Raming is a Philadelphia Public League champion last year, and I would assume this year, as she scores the initial takedown here on Savannah Witt.
Raming up 3-0.
And Raming, if I recall, did not wrestle in the regional tournament last year.
Got the escape to make it 3-1. And they're neutral. Witt a hold of the arm. Trying to snap down and gain control. And she does with the takedown, so she'll regain the lead or take it for the first time at 4-3 as we approach a minute gone by here in the first period.
And we talked about the caliber of wrestling here in the Southeast region. Both these wrestlers are ranked in the top 5. Witt, obviously number 1. Raming comes in at number 5.
But you see the discrepancy in coming into the weekend with 34 matches under her belt. Raming just the districts a week ago officially, obviously, competing against and for the boys program. Has a little bit of a delay as Witt was, it's like fixing something with her eye.
Contact.
Yeah. 35 seconds remaining. She leads 4-3. So she'll stay on top on the offensive position.
On our third and fourth place match, Mia Graham just got the pin from Southern Lehigh. Southern Lehigh sending 2 girls to the state tournament in a week and a half.
Yeah, top 4 will advance. March 6th to 8th at the Giant Center in Hershey. Competing at the same time as the boys, which is great to see. Really make that full weekend of it. 5 seconds remaining in the period. Witt with that 4-3 lead.
Yeah, I don't know how often Savannah Witt gets taken down, so that was a early wake-up call there, and earned an escape and able to counter and get a takedown in the first period as she's up 4-3.
She deferred. Rahming will take defense to start the second. Trying to get to her feet. She does. The hold's still there, and now the leg. Looking for the mat return. They go towards the boundary, but still plenty of points of contact, so no whistle yet. Last year when we were here, a number of pins. Again, you see the aggressiveness on the girls' side. Out the boundary they go.
And just came to us, Ashley Stank from Quakertown. That was her 100th career win, bringing home the regional title. So congrats to Ashley.
Absolutely. Here at home.
Yep.
They're doing the medals on a 2-match delay. So here at 118, they're now starting the 100. That might have been the weight class, not necessarily the
Yep.
the wins.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, partner.
I believed it. It was very convincing.
Fly by the seat of our pants here.
That's the problem sometimes, you know, when you get text while you're working here. 44 seconds left. 4-3, still the score. And Witt's done a nice job of riding this out.
Yep.
You know, collegiately, you know, you hear about the riding
Yes.
time, and not
that's
necessarily here.
And that's that next level wrestling here that Savannah Witt has, the technique. She's been doing it for a while, and you could tell.
Yeah, almost able to use the entire period on top. Potentially dangerous, so they'll go back to the center with 14 seconds left in the second. Rahming got to her feet relatively early from that defensive position for a second. And then the mat return, and Witt's been able to ride this out almost the entire period.
Yeah, and like you said, Matt, Rahming, really good initial movement off the whistle, but Witt just has that next level of technique. As soon as she got that mat return, she was able to break Rahming down and ride her out.
Time expires in the second. Alongside Mason Messinger, I'm Matt Marcus. We've got Tegan Tremba working the sideline for us. She's getting pictures, and also will handle some interviews after all of the festivities, as we're just going rapid fire right through. Crowning champions, the Southeast Regional Championships here at Quakertown High School. D11sports.com wrestling presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. 15 seconds gone by here in the third, still 4-3. Savannah Witt just one loss on the year.
Yeah, and off the whistle here to start the third, Rahming did a great job initially of breaking Witt down. These are one of these unknowns where Rahming may show up with a 4-0 record, and you look at her credentials when she wrestles in the boys division and on the boys team, but you don't see everything until you get to here in the regional.
There's an escape point, and while you were talking, a caution warning was called. That extra point with the escape was huge because a second one could have tied it up. A second stalling, but 5-3 now the score, 47 seconds remaining. Witt trying to go back to back. But a good showing from Samaya Rahming from Northeast.
Rahming tried a two-arm throw there, and Witt was able to counter that. Had to do something, was down by a point, and Witt did a great job of countering and earning that takedown.
Well, it's now 8-3, Witt on top. Just 16 seconds remaining. Seven seconds, Witt on her way. Even with a stall here, it would only be an extra point and not enough. So Savannah Witt, regional champion with an 8-3 decision.
And this is one of those weight classes that will be well represented in Hershey. Maya Graham from Southern Lehigh earned her 30th win, 30-2 on the year. Samaya Raming, as you could just tell from that match, she's a competitor. And Savannah Witt is Savannah Witt, returning state champ.
Today's match brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletics. Mention you heard us on D11 Sports broadcast and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. We go to 124. Madison Rivera from Parkland against Nev O'Byrne from Garnet Valley. As we start the match. Emily Saar and Julissa Ortiz are taking part in the third place match. I'll keep you updated on that. First takedown awarded to O'Byrne. Now let me correct myself. It's not Parkland, it's Penargil for Madison Rivera. Got my abbreviation wrong. Nice spin to avoid the back points.
O'Byrne has a bar arm, and Madison Rivera did a great job of getting off her back.
You're going to give 2 points for back points. It could have been more. Looked almost like a bicycle kick in soccer to avoid more points given up. It's 5-0, 47 seconds remaining in the first.
Yeah, O'Byrne has looked really impressive here, earning that takedown and getting a couple back points, couple swipes from that bar arm.
34 seconds remaining. O'Byrne has been in control. Rivera trying to get to her feet. Or just trying to do something here with 18 seconds remaining.
Yeah, has that leg in and really torque in the upper body.
Hence the potentially dangerous called. A little too much torque there.
Talk about technique here. This is next level technique as well that we didn't see a couple years ago, partner. So
it's fun to see the growth. As will be an injury timeout. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. 10 seconds remaining in the first. O'Byrne in control on the scoreboard and the map. 4 seconds remain.
And why didn't we see O'Byrne last year? She's only a freshman. So that explains it. 25-4 on the year. So, it's definitely, I'm just going to go out on a limb here, it's not her first year wrestling. So I could just see what she's doing here.
Well, you already gave her props for the next level technique.
Yes.
And she's going to get 3 more for a takedown. 8-0 is the score.
And Rivera, what she's doing, she went for it. Down a decent amount in this match, so she went upper body. Didn't work out, but she's still putting forth that best effort she could give.
This is a freshman versus a senior in this. But that's the beauty of wrestling. It's about weight class. It's not necessarily about class year or anything like that. And And the other thing, too, is, somewhat level playing field with some of these programs just relatively new.
Yeah, you're right. It like we see in the boys division, you have a couple, 2-3 dominant teams, but here it's not like that yet.
Rivera did get the escape on the boundary, so it's 8-1 back to neutral halfway home in the second period. So Byrne goes right for the leg. But it's going to be 3 for the takedown for Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera hipped in right there with a nice sweep single by O'Byrne, but Rivera hipped in and was able to get that takedown.
And partner, we've talked a lot throughout the year about the new scoring changes. So what was 8-0 is now 8-4. Look, you're back points away from maybe tying it up. Nice 7-point move there would be helpful.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's far from over. The scoring has made it much more entertaining on the boys' level and the girls' level.
It's 18 seconds remaining in the second. Still in control at the moment is Rivera. Trying to get some back points, but the reversal isn't going to help. It's going to be now 10-4 as time expires. Great end of period motion there from O'Byrne to get that reverse.
Yeah, O'Byrne was not content staying down there to end the period and was able to just create enough movement to get Rivera's hips a little too low and convert on that reversal.
So Rivera's got some work to do. O'Byrne's got the leg. And off they go. With 1:40 remaining in the third. Leg shot, single leg. Not awarded for the takedown.
Single that convert.
And time is called as Rivera for the second time. And she came off of, let's just say she didn't look right. And I don't know if that's, looked like there was some blood, it looked like, from the nose.
Yeah, O'Byrne is just, throughout the match, just pushing the action. Rivera had some decent counters, got that takedown off that hip and off the shot. O'Byrne was just caught a little off bounce on that, but as you could see, just O'Byrne just keeps flowing.
Today's action brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Whether it's a quick takedown or a dramatic pin, keep your eyes on the action with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment matters. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11. We're here to make every match memorable. Let's light up the mat, keep the energy high, and bring home another win. Mention that we've got Tegan Tremba, student from Parkland, wrestler from Parkland. We'll hear from her later on with some interviews. If you're a student from any District 11 school and are interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out D11sports.com. Follow your dream and get close to the action as you take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to Al or Dave at D11sports.com. This is the Southeast Regional here at Quakertown High School. D11 Sports Wrestling brought to you by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Minute 24 left in the third. Neutral, but O'Byrne up 10-4. Rivera tried to throw, but it's going to go the other way with a takedown, 13-4. And trying to get her on her back, but Rivera able to avoid that at the moment. Minute left in the third.
Yeah, Rivera was she's trying. She's going up her body. She's trying to get that 7-point move, which would put her right back in the ballpark. But nicely, another counter from O'Byrne. Nicely done by the freshman.
Well, that last takedown by Byrne was huge. To have this 9-point advantage. I mentioned before, she was up 8-0 and then 4 points with an escape and the takedown of her own for Rivera. made it interesting. Able to reverse things and keep adding on. 30 seconds remaining. O'Byrne looks to be in control. A regional champion as a freshman, most likely with 20 seconds remaining. Pretty good crowd here. Again, great host.
Yep.
Reversal.
Yeah, O'Byrne gets a couple back points from the tilt, and Rivera scores the last couple points with a reversal. So good match. Freshman, very, very impressive from O'Byrne. Regional champ. Madison Rivera qualifier from Penargil, which is excellent to see as a senior.
16-6, the major decision when it was all said and done. And we'll go to 1:30. And one of the stars of the state, Aubrey Kraser from Easton, against Kayla Hustiluka from Souderton. Kraser, pound for pound, one of the best wrestlers in the state.
Yep.
I put her up against some of the boys too.
Yeah, Kraser, one loss on the year. I think that was the Beast of the East Finals, which had a girls division this year. So against one of the best wrestlers in the country. That's her only blemish throughout her career. It's her
not
only
a bad
loss.
not a bad record,
Yeah.
to say the least. Was already starring for Easton before officially sanctioned by the PIAA. Nothing awarded yet, although that may change right there with the first takedown. 3-0, Kraser takes the lead. Working on the far side of the boundary. And out they go.
Yeah, it looks like Aubrey is having a discussion over there about possibly cutting Hostaluka here to score more points, but it looks like she's not for the time being.
Trying to work it for the tilt. Why cut when you can pin, right?
Yep.
See how that works. Give it a shot anyway.
She does have 2 pins in her earlier matches today.
Lucia Croskin against Gianna Jones. Croskin from Southern Lehigh. That's the 3rd place.
Fun fact, I coached Lucia back in the day. Softball.
Okay,
Yep.
not wrestling.
Yep.
I was going to say.
No, not wrestling, but softball. Good athlete, but I could envision her actually wrestling years ago. And it's great to see. She's a freshman and she qualified for states.
Wow. Still 3-0 on the championship mat. A couple of back points being awarded, or will be. A few swipes by our referee. It's going to be 4, so 7-0 for Kraser, and still in bounds as she brings her a little closer. Hostiluka, as time expires, was trying to get to her feet, but right back to the mat.
Yeah, Souderton with a good showing here in this regional tournament.
Well, last time we checked, they were at the top of the standings.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're updated as of late. We got to, I guess, look back at it, but they were up top, like you said. A lot of wrestlers here, and they scored a lot of points too.
Kraser chose defense, so she'll look for the escape point. As Kayla Hostiluka hopped on her back. A little too high with the hips, though, as Kraser trying to get to her knees first. Break the hold of the hands. Minute 26 remaining in the second period. 7-0 Aubrey Kraser.
And this is impressive too. You're 45 seconds into the period, and you're able to break down multiple-time state champ, a Fargo champ, and you're able to ride her out as of at least a minute in. Spoke too soon.
There's the reversal for 2.
Yeah, now
Couple of swipes, and there it is.
and that didn't take long right there. I guess I should have kept my mouth shut. Souderton folks are probably not too happy with me, but
Take another look. 308.
yes.
308 was the official.
Trapped the leg, got the arm, ran it around the head, and just a body press. Nicely done. I guess you sort of expect it from Aubrey Kraser, who's heading to Lehigh.
Yeah.
And-
You've used the term, next level a few times.
Yeah.
And you can see the progression, and you gave credit to Hasti Luka for the ride out. I feel it was very deliberate from Kraser, though, because she took her time. She got the one arm free. Then she got the other arm free, and when they were both free,
Yep.
up reverse pin.
Yeah,
That was second level.
You're exactly right. Wrestling is a feel sport, and that's exactly what she did there, and that's why Aubrey Kraser is next level. Lucia Croskin here with a bar arm, and she earns the pin. So the freshman here from Southern Lehigh, third place finish, as with her teammate Maya Graham, and nicely done there, Lucia Croskin.
Well, glad to see that you coaching her hasn't impeded her athletic growth. Getting a pin and the bronze medal today.
Yeah, right.
We'll go to 136. Sarah Pearson from Downington West against Raylan Schwoyer from Owen J. Roberts. Two competitors that coming into the weekend had 35 and 36 matches under their belts.
Yeah, it's a lot of matches here between both finalists
and both sophomores coming into today. Not necessarily today. They've been sophomores all year. If we're going to be honest. 30 seconds gone by. No score. No control given yet. As they continue to just kind of feel each other out a little bit. No shots taken. Working upper body.
Owen J. Roberts has back-to-back finalists this weight and at 142.
And they the previous weight class was in the third place. Good showing by the Wildcats. I only know that because it's on the back of the singlet.
Hey, we could take whatever we can get here.
45 seconds remaining in a scoreless first here at 136.
So these are 4 qualifiers that are all outside District 11.
There's the first takedown from Sarah Pearson, a 3-0 lead. Yeah, one of the rare weight classes, and probably I think the only weight class where we don't have at least one finalist, maybe another in the upper weights. 13 seconds remaining as Pearson, for the moment, has that 3-0 lead. Schwoyer trying to get to her feet and break the hold. 4 seconds, she may not be able to do so. And time expires, so it'll stay 3-0. Never got the escape.
And no stalling warnings there for Pearson because she was consistently trying to make attempts to bring her opponent down to the mat. They were just standing there and she was in control. Then the stalling warning would have came out.
Pearson chooses defense. Looking to add to her lead, up 3-0 with an escape, potentially. Working on the far side from our vantage point, but right in front of our camera, which is great. trying to get to her feet, but unsuccessful. A lot of time, 1:26 remaining in the second. Now to her feet. Trying to reverse some things, and she's going to get the 2.
Yeah, beautiful double leg, and now back points, now swipes are being awarded here.
Maybe even more.
Now caught the arm. Still has over a minute to work with.
Got the
And
fall.
that's it. That's the pin.
Got the fall. So the reversal.
So Downingtown West right here had that reversal, double leg, catches the arm, picks up the head, and there's the fall. Usually you see a little slap of the mat. I didn't know what was happening there, so.
Yeah, it was more whistle than anything else.
Yes.
That was our delay. 2:56, give or take, was the fall.
Yeah, usually you don't call. Usually you let if someone's on their back, you let it play out. So and that, in that situation, that's what the official did. But usually it's a little slap of the mat. But everyone has their own style, I guess.
Over on the third place, Emma Rose Arnold from Avon Grove against Michelle Yakupova from Abington. Arnold with the 3-1 lead. Again, top 4 competitors and place winners will advance to Hershey. So everybody in action now knows they're going to the state championships.
And they did wrestle the 5th place match earlier. 5th place winner would not be going to Hershey, but if there's an injury or someone needs to pull out from those first 4 place winners, a spot may be warranted there or awarded to a 5th place finisher. It has happened in the past, so that's why they wrestled the 5th place match.
Well, and let's be honest, we saw earlier in the second match of the day, there was an injury default, and we have 2 weeks, little less than 2 weeks, 2 weekends from now, will be the tournament. Not to speculate one way or another, we have no idea, but certainly we want to, you have that opening just in case it does become necessary. Today's action brought to you by Digital Scoreboards, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Whether it's a quick takedown or a dramatic pin, we just had one of those. Keep your eyes on the action with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment matters. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11. We're here to make every match memorable. Let's light up the mat, keep the energy high, and bring home another win. Also brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletics. Mention you heard us on the D11 Sports broadcast and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. Alongside Mason Messinger, I'm Matt Marcus. We'll hear from Tegan Tremba as well, student athlete from Parkland, a wrestler from Parkland. There's 38 seconds remaining in the match you're watching right now. Arnold, that 3-1 lead from Avon Grove. We know both are headed to Hershey, but what color medal will be around the neck?
Yep, Yakupova needs a takedown here for the win. Abington Ghost. It's Arnold with the shot.
As time expires, and that'll do it at 1:36. We will head to 1:42. Ariel Stallworth from Catasauqua against Jenny Goutreau from Owen J. Roberts. You mentioned back-to-back finalists for the Wildcats.
And Goutreau, again, going out on a limb here, but that's a name you see in the boys division out at States. So it's an assumption, but I would assume that's a relation. It's the same school.
It's plausible, we'll put it that way.
Yep.
Control not awarded yet until right now. Gautreau takes that 3-0 lead. Had her Stallworth on the back for a second, but Ariel Stallworth able to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, Gautreau is working a half and a one-on-one. Stallworth doing a good job of turning that hip down. And again, it's nice to see Catasauqua represented here in the regional finals.
Athletic director Tom Mole right next to the match. Cheering on is Rough Rider. Minute gone by here in the first.
Yeah, Gautreau has been, once she earned that initial takedown, she's been relentless trying to get that half and a one-on-one to turn Stallworth, but no dice so far.
35 seconds left in the period. Working at the boundary. A lot of points of contact inbounds, so not in danger just yet of going off. It's Stallworth who her feet remain in. She's trying to almost get herself out. It's going to run out of time, and now they're going to be out anyway. As we go back to the center to start period 2 with Gautreau still up 3-0. Gautreau deferred, and Stallworth wants top. Easily to her feet, but then brought right back down. The escape as she gets to her feet again. 4-0 Gautreau on top.
Yeah, Gautreau did a nice job off that initial whistle. Just movement, creating a good movement, and was able to earn that escape.
Towards the boundary, but both for the moment still in, and our camera has to get out of the way.
Stallworth may be down 4-0 here, but she's very aggressive, and you like to see that. For better or for worse, you like to see aggressiveness on the match, and she definitely has that. Now she's working an underhook.
She came into the weekend, and still to this point, just 3 losses on the year. 17-3, of course, adding the number of victories this weekend today. Jenny Gautreau, 32-4, a freshman.
That was a barrel roll. That was a dump barrel roll, and that was, again, that's a next level move right there, partner. And
for a freshman, that's saying something.
Yeah, it is.
But if she does come from a wrestling family, that would make sense. 7-0 the lead, 40 seconds remaining in the second period.
She just has that half right there and jumps right over to the other side.
Didn't have the leverage, tried to get a tilt going.
And you got to give Stallworth credit. She's battling in there, and, you know, she's almost, you almost want to say that the technique is next level, but she's, you know, she's battling in there.
Stall warning on Stallworth.
In the third and fourth place match, we have another Parkland Trojan, Angelina Spockman. She punched her ticket to Hershey.
Time expires in the second. 7-0 Gautreau on top. It'll be her choice here. She's getting the call from her bench. She's going to choose the offensive side. Taking top here, starting the third, up 7-0. Tried to roll through. And doesn't have the leverage, but now is trying to get her on her back.
Yeah, once she's able to get that leg in and break Stallworth down, it's going to be tough here.
She's almost looking for a stall called. You can tell she was looking up at the ref like, what am I supposed to do here? She's not helping me. Certainly not going to make it easy. She tries to get her hands in position with the half. She does have now.
In Stallworth's defense, it's really hard to do anything too. Parallel ride, you call it.
It's a stalemate call.
Yeah, and I think that would have been the right call rather than a stalling call right there.
Minute 2 remaining, still 7-0.
And on the Consi mat, Angelina Spockman earns a pin, so she earns 3rd place for Parkland.
Our champions this evening are reminded to stay in their warm-ups with their medals.
45 seconds remaining, and there's that second stall, so a point to Gautreau makes it 8-0. .28 seconds left. Still trying to get her hands in there. She's got the half. She keeps looking up to the ref.
And that's what Mike Evans is saying right there, that parallel. It's not going to keep calling the stalling there if you're not working out to the side.
As time expires, an 8-0 major decision for Jenny Gautreau from Owen J. Roberts.
Yeah, nicely done there from the freshman. Just as we said, the technique with what she was able to do, takedowns, riding on top, impressive.
So we go to 148. Jamison Strickland from Sun Valley against Eve Kurtz from Pine Grove. Moving right along here in the Southeast Regionals. Strickland and Kurtz. Neither one is ranked in the state. There's the first 3 for Strickland with the takedown. 35 seconds gone by in the first period.
Yeah, Strickland 22 wins today, 27-4 on the year.
Kurtz trying to get to her feet, but they go out of play and did not get the escape. Trying to get that tilt.
Yeah, now has that power half.
1 swipe, 2. Looking for more than just swipes. Strickland trying to fight it off. Not sure if anything will be awarded just yet. Doesn't look to be enough swipes. There's another.
Yeah, and she has 30 seconds to work with here in the first.
There's going to be some back points one way or another. I don't think it's going to matter. That was close.
It's a real nice bridge by Kurtz here.
15 seconds. Referee looking in and getting to her belly. It's going to be 4 points awarded as time is about to expire in the first, so he's 7-0 lead.
Yeah, that was close.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, referee jumped over, and by that time, Kurtz was able to fight off her back. So you got to give the credit there from wrestler from Pine Grove.
Kurtz defers. Strickland will take defense, leading 7-0. Strickland, a sophomore from Sun Valley. Kurtz, a Pine Grove senior.
It's nice to see all these records, too. Strickland on her way to 30 wins. She's close to it. Kurtz eclipsed 30 wins this afternoon, so they're getting a lot of matches, which a couple years ago couldn't have been the case. A couple years ago, the programs weren't even around.
Right.
So,
Well, you know that 100 wins in high school wrestling is the milestone everybody is looking for. And look, if you can get 30 a year.
yeah. And Ashley Stank, by the way, she's only a junior. I did look that up.
Okay.
So, realistically, she'll have to wait till next year for those 100 wins. I don't even know how close she is.
We were trying to go off the fly. Halfway home in the second. Still 7-0, Strickland on top. But now that you have sanctioned programs, as play is stopped for potentially dangerous, you know, you can get 25, 30 matches, and if you're towards the upper echelon, get 25, 30 wins. You start out, if you're able to start out as a freshman and get all those in, you could make the banner
Absolutely.
in your home gym.
Absolutely. The banner has to start somewhere. And, you know, and you look at the programs that are more established within District 11. That's what we're familiar with. Parkland and Easton are at the top because they had a couple years head start on just about everybody else in District 11.
17 seconds left in the second period. 7-0, Strickland on top. We talk about the growth of wrestling on the girls' side. And, you know, before, there's probably going to be some schools that, and I'm thinking more of the private schools, that you're just not going to have the enrollment and the interest to put together a full team. But that doesn't mean you can't compete elsewhere. We've seen some programs that have some sharing where maybe you can compete on somebody else's team or even just compete with the guys and still qualify for individuals like some of the competitors today have.
Yeah, like we'll just look at Central Bucks. I know they're split up, East and West, but we have a wrestler in the finals at 170 coming up. It's just Central Bucks. So maybe they combine those two schools to make one program just to try to make things work.
Minute 37 remaining. Strickland went for the leg. Nothing has been awarded. She's got a leg, and Kurtz has an ankle. Stalemate is called. We will go back to neutral.
Yeah, outside of that first period, there hasn't been scoring. Strickland came out with that 7-0 lead, and here we are, a minute 15 left. And
as you build up these programs, you're going to have more duels, more. You mentioned Beasts of the East added a girls division, a girls tournament, to have those opportunities to build up the resumes and to put forth the effort to try to get to 100 wins when it's all said and done.
yeah, you're right, and that's why Beasts of the East added the girls division, but it's going to create more competition, better competition for a lot of these wrestlers that we're seeing here today.
Strickland did get the takedown, so she's up 10-0. About 40 seconds remaining in this third period. An escape to make it 10-1. Strickland went for the shot, but nothing awarded. They'll be neutral with 30 seconds remaining.
As soon as Kurtz got that escape, Strickland, not 9-point lead. She's not stopping. She's using that aggressiveness and trying to score another takedown.
20 seconds remain here at 148. Control not awarded, 5 seconds. May not matter anyway. Time is going to expire, and a 10-1 major decision for Jamison Strickland from Sun Valley.
Sun Valley has, I know on the 3rd and 4th place match, they had quite a few wrestlers over there. At least 2 I saw over there. So they have quite a few state qualifiers.
So go to 155. Another home match. Chase Marie Ryan from Quakertown against Mylea Lambert from Northampton area. Here at 155. Ryan and Lambert, both seniors. So experience, hard to tell necessarily just with the different programs joining and adding on.
Yeah, Mylea Lambert, we heard her name last year. She's a senior, like you said, Matt, 27-2 on the year, ranked 4th in the state.
Chase Marie Ryan, 26-9 at this point. No points yet. Scoreless first period so far, with 1:18 remaining.
And the 3rd place finish, or Emmaus is going to have a representative too. Wrestling for 3rd and that's Olivia Krupp. She's a junior. She was undefeated till she had a setback in the semifinals.
Going up against Caitlin Arnold from Avon Grove. We had an Arnold from Avon Grove. Wonder,
that's right.
Could be siblings.
Yep.
That was also a 3rd place match.
Well, they had at least 2. I think they had a finalist too.
Yeah,
so
both going to Hershey. Yeah. 38 seconds left, still scoreless here at 155. Girls Southeast Regionals. Appreciate you tuning in and watching this on D11sports.com. Represented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Thanks, of course, also to Reichenbach Oil Company and Digital Scoreboards. And we are 10 seconds away from potentially a scoreless first, as neither wrestler able to take control, and time will expire. And we have a pin on the 3rd place.
Olivia Krupp, 3rd place regional finisher. She'll be going to Hershey, as we said.
Chase Marie Ryan deferred. Mylea Lambert takes defense to start this second. To her feet right away, mostly. But then right back down.
Yeah, Lambert's going to have to try to hip up here. Earn escape or a reversal.
She got back to her feet, and they're going to give her the point for the escape and call it neutral. 20 seconds gone by in the second. Have you noticed if they've been updating the team's score or not?
Let me try that. Let me look at that.
Give you a moment. Out of the boundary they go.
As of 5:06, Souderton had the lead. So we're about an hour.
Yeah.
An hour ago it was updated.
So we'll check it again in an hour. See where we stand now. 1:14 remaining. It's that 1-0 lead. Lambert with the escape. The only point so far. Again, it is great to see over or approaching 30 matches for each, if not more.
Lambert has tried a couple throws so far, unsuccessful, but now she
got the takedown and she's looking for more. And a lot of time still to work with to do so. 33 seconds. Not awarded just yet. There were a couple of swipes. Not sure if it's going to be a 7-point move or not. She's looking for 6 points. It has not been awarded.
Now she's extending the arm. Pick up the head a little bit.
9 seconds.
There
it is.
Yeah, it took a while, but she was able to focus on the finer things, was Malia Lambert.
4 seconds remaining in that period, so just in the nick of time. Have another look.
Yeah, so, caught the arm, picked up the head, and then she's at the inside hip, and once she able to do that, that other shoulder, Ryan's other shoulder came down. Malia Lambert, regional champ.
With a fall in 356. You mentioned ranked 4th in the state. And we'll go to 170.
And she's one of those wrestlers where Malia Lambert, she likes to go upper body, and she was able to convert that 2-arm tie to a throw and got Ryan right to her back.
Bryce Snyder from Palisades against Isabella Priano from Central Bucks. Start of the match here at 170. 2 more wrestlers that came in to the weekend with 29 and 30 matches under their belts. And not to keep harping on that, but we mentioned before that there were quite a few that didn't officially have matches against other girls. Not to say they didn't do anything this year, that's certainly not the case. But when you just try to compare records, it's hard to do so.
Yeah, exactly. When they're coming in with 3 and 4 wins, and one finalist had a losing record, but that was in wrestling boys, which is totally different, and the records are obviously going to be skewed a little bit in that aspect.
Points not awarded yet, minute 4. Snyder going to get the first 3 with a takedown with the throw, leading 3-0, minute gone by.
Palisades has their second finalist tonight, Bryce Snyder, able to control and get that first takedown minute into this match.
And able to work in the same wrestling room as Savannah Witt, who we saw earlier, one of the top wrestlers in the state. .26 seconds remaining. Snyder with 1 point of contact, although they do blow it dead. There's not a lot of room off the mats, and really either direction. Certainly one side, it's another mat.
Yeah,
but they're quick to blow it.
Yeah, especially with the points of contact on that. Referees are usually always going to err on the side of caution.
I mean, you can have a foot in, but your head off and or in danger of being so, and that's why they would blow that one dead. There's a stall call on Snyder, and then the mat return. 4 seconds remaining in this first. Time expires.
Yeah, Bryce did get that warning for stalling there, but was able to get that initial takedown and ride out of her opponent there, ending the first period.
Priano defers. And Snyder chooses neutral. As we start the second period. Snyder with the first period takedown, leads 3-0. Priano tried to go the double leg.
Snyder trying to sprawl.
There's a takedown for Isabella Priano.
Yeah, Priano did not stop, and that was impressive. Snyder was still trying to sprawl, get her hips back, but Priano did not stop, kept that momentum going and earning that takedown.
Third and fifth ranked wrestlers at 170. Priano lost her headgear. She's fifth with Snyder at number 3. Rankings from what, PIAA Wrestling?
Yep, PA Power. All right, PA Wrestling.
PIAA Wrestling,
PA
excuse me.
Wrestling. And talk about the competition here, Matt. Gracie Halflich from Liberty, ranked 4th. She placed 5th, so as of now, she won't be going to Hershey. She won't qualify. And that just talks about the competition getting a little tougher.
Out of the boundary they go. Snyder leads 4-3. Had the escape after the takedown from Priano. And what you just described, partner, is the depth and also the growth of this sport in not just District 11, but in this case the region and certainly the state. It's going to be a lot of fun to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere, and a lot of these programs are just starting. And initially, you got to have strength in numbers, and the more girls that are doing it, you're going to get better competition, and that's where you start trying to develop these programs.
Priano goes for the legs again.
Yeah, Snyder was going to do a cement job, and then she sat back. We call it a Blair, and there's the pin.
And look at the excitement on her face. Because that was basically a defensive move, the sprawl to avoid the shot, and immediately right over.
Yep, hips in, she hips in and torques the head, as you can see here. Now she hips across, picks up the head, and that's tight.
Second champion for Palisades. Let's keep an eye on the third place. Lane Harrington from Strathaven against Alyssa Williams from Panther Valley.
And Panther Valley will be sending 2 wrestlers to Hershey.
That may be the move of the day so far that we just got from Bryce Snyder. Again, going from a defensive move right to offense. Got some back points and then or what would have been, a couple swipes and then the pin. Well, make sure we get, if we can, try to get our sideline, our student reporter Keegan Tremba to talk to Bryce Snyder. We'll send that in the text chat.
Yeah, that was excitement right there. And you could see the excitement on her face, her reaction when she earned that regional championship.
They're finishing up the third period. Harrington with a 1-0 lead with 9 seconds remaining. Today's match brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletics. Mention you heard us on the D11 Sports broadcast and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. A couple more bouts to go. We go to 190. Caroline Hatala from Quakertown. against Mara Case from Easton. This is the third home finalist at Quakertown Panthers. The oldest partner school with St. Luke's and the fine hosts of the event today.
Yeah, Hatula Jr. doesn't have a loss on the year. State finalist last year, 2 years ago before it was sanctioned. She won a state title in 2023. As she earns the initial takedown, she's ranked number 1 in the state. Mara Case from Easton, also a senior, or she's a senior.
Hatala Jr.
Yep, Hatala got another year.
And she's got a couple swipes. Case trying to fight it off. And it may not be, enough. How about that? One of our quickest falls of the day, 38 seconds. Carolyn Hatala.
Yeah, Hatala's on a mission. She went right to work. Takedown, 2-arm tie, working around the head, earning the pin, as you can see here. That gets really tight.
Ashley,
all that weight is right down on Case, and earning the pin there is Hatala.
Ashley Stank from Quakertown, our first bout of the night, had a fall in a minute. And that was, I think, to just then the quickest pin. Just this 38 seconds at 190.
That's wrestling room bragging rights right there.
How about it? But they're both going to Hershey,
Yep.
and they're both doing so with gold. We'll take a look at the third place. Lascaria Grullon Vasquez from Parkland against Jalen Reeder. Reeder is from Coatesville. That's the early goings of the second period. There's no score there.
Yeah, they just called a locked hands as they were going out.
If you're a student from any District 11 school and are interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream and get close to the action as you take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to Al or Dave at d11sports.com. D11 Sports High School Wrestling Match of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Girls Southeast Regionals. Top 4 advance to Hershey the weekend of the 6th to the 8th.
Yeah, a little replay here. Third and fourth place match. Half. Picks up the head. It doesn't take long there. And a nice fall.
Jalen Reeder got the fall on that one.
Coatesville, right?
Yep.
All right.
So we'll go to our final championship of the night. McKenna Atkinson of Souderton against Brenda Banks. Banks is from Panther Valley. We've had that name before.
Yep.
29-1, now 31-1 on the season.
Yep. And Banks is a returning state champion here from Panther Valley.
A junior against Atkinson from Souderton is a sophomore, 27-2.
If I recall, this is a match. This is a rematch from last year in the same gym.
Minute gone by, or approaching a minute remaining in this first period. Scoreless so far with Banks and Atkinson. In our final weight class of the evening, the medal ceremonies are about a 2-match delay. First takedown for Banks in a 3-0 lead. So after this, we'll take a quick break. We'll finish up the medals, and we can get Tegan Tremba on the case to try to talk to some of the competitors in what has been an exciting event and a great place to hold it here at Quakertown High School.
Yeah, Banks in control as this first period is winding down. Third and fourth place match. We just had a pin from a Liberty wrestler who's also advancing to Hershey, Addison Monroe. So the senior punches her ticket to Hershey.
Banks is going to defer, and Atkinson chooses neutral to start period number 2. 3-0, Banks on top. You mentioned Banks, the returning champion sanction, but we saw her same tournament at Parkland 2 years ago, which would have been her freshman year. Highly successful debut in the last year before the PIAA wised up. And they got, certainly, we talked about that. I remember talking about it that day. They were just a few more schools. They might have even just officially had passed that number, that the required number that they needed within the last couple weeks prior to that. So we talked about the excitement of, hey, now they can sanction it. Sure enough, they did, and here we are in year 2.
Yeah, and 2 years ago when we were at Parkland from the rafters, it's a lot of growth. This place was packed here at Quakertown, seats a decent amount of people, and it was loud at times, and it's actually it's picking up. I see a lot more wrestlers, a lot more programs, a lot more, obviously more programs, but more wrestlers on each team.
And deeper resumes. We talked about that, and not to beat that horse, but you're not, a lot of these, again, 30-plus matches for Banks at this point. Atkinson is approaching 30 and will most likely get to 30 next week, or in 2 weeks at the next tournament, the state championships. She's, I mean, honestly, 27. This is her 30th, actually.
Yeah, you're
27-2, and plus whatever the outcome is here.
Yep, the athletic directors, they're scheduling a lot more matches to these programs that do have girls teams, and it's a benefit for the girls, for the athletes.
Start the third.
And some of these coaches at the schools are doing double duty. They're coaching the All right.
Minute 26 remaining. It is 4-0 as we lost you for a second, but Banks able to get the escape to start this third. They're so quick to tear down after. We didn't need the third place mat anymore. Let's get rid of that, and we don't need power.
They move quick.
They sure do.
They move quick here in Quakertown.
It's a wrestling thing, though.
Yeah. You're right.
Before any dual meet we do, before we are wrapped up the broadcast, there is no more mat on the floor.
Yep. Very efficient.
Yes, they are. 44 seconds left. Talk about efficient. Brenda Banks on her way. One of the best wrestlers in the state, and certainly at this weight class, and the pound-for-pound list that we saw before, one of the top.
Yeah, so tough to score on. Atkinson has to do something to try to generate something, but Banks is ready.
She went for the leg, but Banks able to reverse around her and circle around her, get that takedown for the 7-0 lead now. And there's only 8 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Brenda Banks going to be back-to-back regional championships here at Quakertown. The junior from Panther Valley, and that'll do it. 7-0 with the decision. So I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick break, because we've been on since from the get-go. We went right through. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll give some thoughts, and we'll see if we can get some of these interviews going on. Tegan Tremba standing by, and once they finish up the medal ceremonies, we'll be able to take a quick break, and we'll be able to get some interviews in. So we'll take a quick break. This is the D11sports.com High School Wrestling Match of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards, because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
St. Luke's Pediatrics is taking care of kids all over the Lehigh Valley and beyond. That's because we offer a full range of care, everything from the routine to the specialized. You'll find pediatric cardiology, neurology, general surgery, and much more. And all this amazing care is nearby. St. Luke's Pediatrics, caring for your future.
Since 1919, the name Reichenbach Oil has been synonymous with reliability and community. That's because for the past 100 years, we've been delivering heating oil to Lehigh Valley homes at ultra-competitive pricing 7 days a week, with auto delivery and easy payment options to fit your needs. And we offer same-day delivery. When you need oil delivered, think Reichenbach. 100 years of serving the Lehigh Valley community. Reichenbach Oil, delivery you can count on.
Welcome to St. Luke's. St. Luke's is the largest hospital system in the Lehigh Valley, with 20,000 employees at multiple hospital campuses, all located throughout northeastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. Whether you're an experienced professional, an aspiring student, or a patient seeking care, you'll find your place here. Care doesn't just define your career at St. Luke's. Care is our culture.
Since its inception, the Temple St. Luke's School of Medicine has focused on cultivating local talent. Training medical students in the Lehigh Valley has significant long-term benefits for our region's healthcare. Our medical students learn here, stay here, and establish practices here, becoming a true community asset. Start here and train with the next generation of healthcare providers for our region. Learn more at sluhn.org/SOM.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards, because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
Yeah, welcome back to Quakertown High School. We just finished up the girls' Southeast Regionals. They are finishing up the medal ceremonies, and right after that, they're going to have everybody in the center of the gym for a photo. All of the champions will do a photo with their medals. But man, what an exciting afternoon into the evening of wrestling, and really a far cry. Mentioned 2 years ago, and they put together a regional, and they put together a state tournament. It was not sanctioned by PIAA. And, you can see the early goings and the teams, Mason, that the schools that were ahead of the game, you can tell we're ahead of everybody else. And, now maybe more of a level playing field. We were going through during the break of, counting the schools and that have the champions themselves. And what is it?
Yeah, you're right.
Palisades, are they the only team to have 2 champions?
Palisades has multiple champs, and I think that is it. Or Quakertown has 2 with Stank and Hatola. But other than that, Easton has 1. I mean, Northampton 1. Palisades 2, as we said. So you're right, Matt. The playing field is more level, I would say. Particularly District 11. Out of the 52 qualifiers, we roughly have half. 26 are from District 11. But if you look at the champions, they're pretty much from all over.
Well, I was going to say, not to put you on the spot, with the math off the top of your head, but, the champions themselves, it's never going to be a full 50-50 because it's 13 weight classes, but there may be the majority are from outside of District 11. And, again, the hotbed that is wrestling in District 11 and specifically the Lehigh Valley and beyond now. It's great to see some of the other districts sending champions. There's a lot of District 11 competitors still going to Hershey. Not all of them obviously are going in with the gold.
Yeah, you're right. The level of competition that we saw tonight. Monroe County has a champion up there, Trout. Brenda Banks we know about from Panther Valley, but it's, the Garnet Valley, the Downingtown West, Owen J. Roberts had 2 finalists. So Sun Valley had quite a few kids. So it's, as you said, it's not just District 11. It's pretty well-rounded here in Quakertown today.
So the real winner was the Valley. All of them. Garnet, Sun, Panther, Pleasant, Lehigh Valley. That's where the champions are from.
Yeah, you're right.
Just about everybody's associated in one valley or another.
Valley did win a lot today.
Again, how about credit to Quakertown, the very first partner school with St. Luke's. Certainly we are proud to partner with St. Luke's Sports Medicine as well. But fantastic host, a great venue, and a couple of regional champions, and one in a minute and one in 38 seconds, which is fantastic.
Yeah, they were very efficient, Quakertown, the wrestlers in the finals. And they're very efficient in cleaning up here, too. They are great hosts.
They are doing the champions photo and they're also going to do some special awards we'll try to pay attention to as they're announcing those. Gave the Coach of the Year. I did not hear the school. They gave the District 1 Coach of the Year.
I think it was from Souderton.
O'Byrne was the outstanding wrestler.
Yeah, she racked up that major decision over Madison Rivera in that final, the freshman.
Neve O'Byrne from Garnet Valley. There was a tie at the top. Easton and Owen J. Roberts tied at the top of the standings. Could be wrong on that, actually. Souderton is actually the regional champions. I'm sorry, there was a tie in 4th and 5th with Easton and Owen J. Roberts. As we are going to have our first of interviews with Tegan Tremba, and she's got a pair of champions from Palisades High School, so we'll send it over to Tegan.
All right, here with two Palisades wrestlers, Savannah Witt and Bryce Snyder. How did your guys' performance today give you confidence going into Hershey next week or 2 weeks from now?
I was definitely glad I had the matches I had. I went into third period full time for 2 matches, so a lot of great film, a lot of great stuff to work with. Definitely improvements to be made, but good to get the matches out of the way and know what to improve on and what to look for a little bit more.
All right, I want you to repeat the question. How does your performance from today going to give you confidence for going in Hershey in 2 weeks?
Well, I'm actually excited with how I did. I did a lot better than I thought I would, honestly. So I'm going to ride that into practice and practice with that mindset to get better.
Yeah, and what do you guys think? What do you guys think this week, the 2 weeks of training, will look like for you guys until you go to states?
For me, it's going to be probably a lot of technique, pretty light on like conditioning and stuff. I think that part's fine. I'm also getting my nose done so it stops bleeding. So a lot of technique for me these next 2 weeks. But yeah,
I would have to agree. Technique. Maybe a little bit more live, like later in the week. Since I did 2 practices, I would probably do like more live at one practice, more technique in another practice.
All right, thank you. Congratulations and good luck at states.
Thank you.
Excellent work there from Tegan and of course our competitors. Dave Micah Jr. is going to try to find some others. And we're ready to go back out. We got Brenda Banks, our last champion of the day, and Tegan's going to talk with her. Back-to-back championships for Brenda Banks.
So we're here with Brenda Banks. Brenda, obviously you won states last year. How you feeling this year? Good performance today, obviously, you being the champion here at regionals. How you feeling for 2 weeks from now going Hershey?
I'm really excited to go back. Hopefully, I want to secure my second PIAA win. States last year was, really hard work, and I'm just looking forward to training this week to get to where I need to be.
So anything you think you can take away today that you're really going to focus in on practice in the next 2 weeks?
Probably just a lot of stamina training and ways to work from neutral.
And how are you going to celebrate tonight?
Go to bed. I'm quite tired.
All right, get some rest. Congratulations and good luck at stage.
Thank you very much, Tegan and Brenda. And that is the most genuine answer that I think we all could agree on. Yep. What are you going to do? I'm going to bed.
I got to follow.
I'm tired.
I got to follow. I got to follow her advice, no doubt.
Partner, it's been a blast. Your final thoughts on this great day of wrestling, from start to finish, before even we took the air and got to the finals, but specifically with what we saw at the finals, I'll tell you what, it's an exciting time to be a wrestling fan in general, and we saw that again today.
Yeah, the quality competition was, as we talked about, it was really impressive. When you have Savannah Witt getting taken down to start the match, that's good competition, and we saw that. Souderton, the team rankings for girls team, Souderton came in number 9. They came out with the regional championship here today ahead of Parkland and Easton, which were ranked ahead of them. So there's still a lot of there's knowns, but there's a lot of unknowns too, and it's entertaining. And a lot of the competitors we saw today, we would expect a handful, a couple, certainly a few of them will be state champions, maybe for the second time, maybe for the first time. Certainly, I would expect a lot of the names and the faces you saw today to certainly be place winners next week in Hershey. Partner, we've got another weekend coming up. You and I will have the 3A Boys Regional for the 5th consecutive year next Saturday. We'll have the semifinals and the finals. So check out d11sports.com and social media for the schedule of events there. I believe 11 o'clock for the semis and then 4 o'clock for the finals. So we've got another exciting day of wrestling coming your way. We'll have the 3A Boys Regionals, the semis and the finals next week. Thanks so much to Tegan Tremba, our student reporter today, David Micah Jr. for helping out as well, our director, producer extraordinaire, Sean Riley, and his whole crew. For Mason Messinger, I'm Matt Marcus. This has been the D11Sports.com High School Wrestling Match of the Week. It was the Girls Southeast Regionals. We hope you enjoyed it. We are presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
And good luck to everybody in Hershey.